you know, by God's grace, he's doing well. And he's going to keep doing well. But I don't want to take too much of the attention, I don't want to be the focus here. I was going to actually make a joke about what Kevin did yesterday. Oh, you're all my family, but you're clearly from very different gene pools. So that's not going to work. But here's something that happened during this whole process with Andrew, that we've been trying to treat him. We had to travel a lot, like Roger mentioned. And during these travels, we had to give up a lot. We had to give up the house we had to give up everything that we had, really. And one of the things that we kind of had to get rid of was one of our 2 cars. And a few days ago, Roger and I were talking, and we were actually talking about these 2 cars right here. And we decided, as we discussed it, that the guys who are winning these 2 cars, no offense, but don't really need these cars. And I have an extra car that I had to give away. And we have somebody who needed a car. So, if you could put the picture up on the screen. That's actually the car. It's not super fancy. It's just a Toyota Matrix. From before we had 3 kids, now we don't fit in there. And as DSDomination from all of our side, I'd like to hand that to you, Steve. We didn't want to have the car over here because we don't know how long it's been since you drive. So the car is actually waiting for you in California when you get back at your place. But we needed a symbolic key to it, so that's what happens.
Unbelievable.
Well, here's the thing. In our lives, there are different stations we are put in, right? We have different situations in life. And we had a very difficult situation, and we made through it with a lot of prayer, with a lot of people helping us. There were a lot of people who are in the crowd right now who were aware of what was going on, and they've been praying for us. And what we learned out of that was sometimes God just wants you to give away some of your stuff. He just wants you to get rid of things that you don't need. And this is one of those things that I honestly don't need. And we honestly would not have gotten any use out of it, and you would. So it makes a lot of sense. Question. I do want to make clear that officially DSDomination has bought the car from me, so it's not entirely me. It is DSDomination as a company giving it to you. And we didn't do that for a tax write-off, but it's because Roger and Kevin wouldn't let me just give the car away.
Well, we have something else, Steve. You know, I talked to you about accelerating your learning. So it would be our absolute honor if you'd be our first member of Genesis. So we're just going to give that
to you. So when you get back to California and log into DSDomination, there's Genesis waiting for you in your account as well.
Awesome. No, thank you. You're the epitome of what we want to be in DSDomination. We sure try through all the yucky stuff that goes on with something that we're not even close to where we want to be. We're letter grade, current letter grade on us. Hitesh is D-.
Yeah, some it is.
D-. And on that note, we're going to do better. And it's just time. And going through what he's been going through, everything will be all cleaned up tonight. Is that what you said?
Yeah, all cleaned up tonight. Well, that's the aim. I wasn't able to come out here yesterday, so we went down to D-. But the aim is that today we come back to at least a C.
Awesome.
So look forward, because we do have a lot of good stuff planned for today.
Yeah.
And we won't have as much of Roger out, so it'll be good.
Perfect.
And we actually have a bunch of donuts in the back.
Sweet.
Just to keep him there.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to make all these jokes about him because I really don't know how to thank him. And I really don't know how to respond to his little speech. And my default reaction...
Gotcha!
My default reaction when somebody is kind is to make jokes about it. Which really doesn't make a lot of sense when I think about it, but that's just my personality, I guess. So that